Welcome students in our science class. Our next concept is mass and weight. Now first mass. What is mass? Mass is the amount of matter present in the object. SI unit of mass is kilogram. It is scalar quantity and its value is same everywhere. Its value does not change even in any other planet. According to Newton's first law of motion, it is the measure of inertia of the object. Higher the mass, higher is the inertia. Now, weight. Weight of any object is defined as the force with which the earth attracts the object. That is, the gravitational force acting on an object is called its weight. And so weight of any object is equal to mg, where m is mass of that object and g is gravitational acceleration. G is gravitational acceleration at that place. And w, that is weight, it is one of the type of force. So w is equal to F is equal to mg. And this gravitational acceleration g is equal to capital G into capital M, that is mass of earth, upon r square, that is radius of the earth, where r is radius of the earth. Now SI unit of weight, it is Newton. As the weight, it is the force, so it is vector quantity. It is vector quantity and its direction is towards the center of earth. The value of gravitational acceleration is not constant everywhere. So the weight of an object, it changes from place to place, though its mass is constant everywhere. Mass, it is the amount of matter present in the object. Generally, we use weight for both mass and weight. But understand, mass, it is the amount of matter present in the object, and weight, that is gravitational force acting on an object. There is question, distinguish between mass and weight. So first point of distinction, it is a definition of mass and weight. Second, SI unit of mass is kilogram. SI unit of weight, it is Newton. Mass is scalar quantity. Weight, it is the vector quantity. Mass, the value of mass, it is constant. But the value of weight, it is not constant everywhere. In previous class, we learned that at the center of earth, gravitational acceleration, it is equal to 0. Because small g is equal to gm upon r square, and at the center of earth, total mass of earth is equal to 0, and so the value of gravitational acceleration is equal to 0. So the weight of any object at the center of earth, it is equal to 0. But mass is not equal to 0. मास म्हणजे वस्तुमान. वस्तुमान म्हणजे वस्तूमध्ये असलेल्या कणांची एकूण संख्या. And weight, that is the gravitational acceleration. वजन म्हणजे पृथ्वीचं कुठल्याही वस्तूवर अप्लाय केलं जाणारं गुरुत्वाकर्षण बल. So mass and weight. There is question, distinguish between mass and weight, वस्तुमान आणि वजन. Now next concept, that is gravitational potential energy. We know that the energy stored in an object because of its position or state is called potential energy. If small m, it is the mass of object, and h, it is the height from the surface of earth, then the potential energy of that object is equal to small mgh, where g is gravitational acceleration at that place. But on the surface of earth, that is on the ground, the value of potential energy is equal to 0, because h, that is height from the surface, it is equal to 0. And so the value of potential energy, it is equal to 0 on the surface of earth. So for smaller distances, that is heights, the potential energy is less than 0. That is, it is negative. As we know that mgh, where g is gravitational acceleration and g is equal to gm upon r square. If we put the value of g in the given equation, h, that is equal to height of the object from the center of earth. It is equal to uh, r plus h, that is r small r. It is the distance of object from the center of earth. At that time its potential energy is equal to minus mgr. If we put the value of small g, gm upon r square, then we get it is equal to minus gmm upon r plus h. It is the gravitational potential energy of an object. Now next concept, that is escape velocity. We know that earth exerts gravitational force on any object on the surface or above the surface of earth. So escape velocity, it is the maximum velocity due to which any object escapes from the earth's gravitational force. That velocity, it is called as escape velocity. And the value of that escape velocity on the surface of earth, it is equal to under root 2 into gm upon r square, where g is capital G. That is equal to under root 2 into small g into radius of earth. And if we put the value of radius of earth and gravitational acceleration, then escape velocity of an object, if that object is on the surface of earth, it is equal to 11.2 kilometer per second. It is the escape velocity of that object. Escape velocity, it is equal to escape velocity is equal to 11.2 kilometer per second. It is equal to escape velocity. Now weightlessness in the space. Now space traveler as well as objects in the spacecraft appear to be floating. Why does this happen? Though the spacecraft is at a height from the surface of the earth, the value of g there is not zero. In the space station, the value of gravitational acceleration is only 11% less than its value on the surface of Earth. Thus, the height of the spacecraft is not the reason for their weightlessness. Their weightlessness is caused by their being in the state of free fall. So, what is free fall? When the object is falling on the surface of earth, then if one and only one force acting on that object, that is gravitational force acting on that object, at that time that state of object is called the state of free fall. That is, weightlessness is caused due to the state of free fall. Though the spacecraft is not falling on the earth because of its velocity along the orbit. The only force acting on it is the gravitational force of the earth, and therefore it is in a free fall. As the velocity of free fall does not depend on the properties of an object. The velocity of free fall is the same for the spacecraft, the traveler in it, and the objects in the craft. Thus, if a traveler releases an object from her or his hand, it will remain stationary with respect to her or his and will appear to be weightless. Next concept, that is gravitational waves. As we know that there are many types of waves. Light is also one of the type of wave which is called as electromagnetic wave. Gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared rays, microwave, radio waves are all different types of electromagnetic waves. You had already learned in 9th standard. Astronomical objects emits these waves and we receive them using our instruments, and all the knowledge about the universe has been obtained through these waves, through these electromagnetic waves. Now gravitational waves are very different type of waves. They have been called the waves on the fabric of space-time. Einstein The scientist Einstein predicted their existence, that is, the existence of gravitational waves, in 1916. These waves are very weak and it is very difficult to detect them. But scientists have constructed extremely sensitive instruments to detect the gravitational waves emitted by astronomical sources. Among these, LIGO, that is Laser Interferometric Gravitational Wave Observatory, is the prominent one. And exactly after 100 years of their prediction of Einstein, scientists detected these waves coming from an astronomical sources. Indian scientists have contributed significantly in this discovery. This discovery has opened a new path to obtain the information about the universe. So, gravitational waves, that waves are emitted from an astronomical waves. As we know that any material object produce the gravitational field around it, and there is gravitational force between the two material objects, and these gravitational waves are emitted from any material body in the universe. That waves are called as gravitational waves.